Have you ever noticed that when someone talks about the law of attraction, they never talk about the law of attraction? They simply talk about attraction. And exactly this is how to keep hidden knowledge and wisdom for yourself, even though you do as though you are sharing the wisdom. Because if I'm going to talk about the law of attraction, there's no need for me to talk about attraction in and of itself. Years ago, there was this topic, a hot topic. I'm not going to mention what the name of it is. It was just one word. And the law of attraction was really in. It was the trendy thing to talk about and discuss. The only thing is, no one ever talked about the law of attraction itself. In other words, what governs attraction? What brings about attraction? What is the thing that is behind attraction itself? I'm just going to talk about it on an elementary level as best I can. And to understand the law of attraction, one has to go to the subatomic level, or let's say the invisible level, things that are beyond our sight and our visual perception. And it is at this point where you start to lose people, because they have nothing that they can physically grab a hold of. But it would be very wise for you to listen to this, because this is the basis of attraction. So basically, what is needed are two levels in order for attraction to take place: the invisible and the visible levels. And these two levels have to come together. So what has to take place is that there must be a physical vision placed in the invisible realm, so to speak, through our thoughts. This is why we are given thoughts. Thoughts, everyone, are a gift. It is our gift that we may delve or that we may dive into the invisible world. And you have to look at it as though to say everything is nature. And nature itself is about expansion. It's about spreading. It's about growing. So anything that involves nature, which is everything, it's going to grow. It's going to expand. And the law says, the law of reality says and is, any thought that you place in your mind into the invisible world must become visible in the physical world. There is and can be absolutely no deviating from this law. This basically is the law of attraction, explained at an elementary level. The mechanics of how and why it works don't really need to be known, because it's probably more complex than the human mind can actually understand. Or should I say the physical human can understand. Think about this for a moment. You watch a program and someone brings up the topic of the law of attraction. And all they talk about is the fact that they attracted stuff into their lives. They say what they did, but they do not tell you what is behind what they actually did. In other words, they do not go into detail. And as I mentioned before, things like this were kept for the, let's say, the elite, if you want to say, so that the normal person, I'll say, was not able to partake or enjoy of all of these wonderful attributes. We use the law of attraction all the time, in every moment. It's just that most of the time, most of us are unaware, and we do it totally unconscious, and it happens and it works. But if we can tap into this law consciously, we can not only form our lives how we want it, but because we are aware of this knowledge or wisdom, we bring about a totally different conscious in our world. So what's the takeaway from this video? Well, the takeaway is simply repeating that if you look at the invisible and if you look at the visible world, these are the two meeting places. You have put a thought into the invisible world, and because nature being what it is, nature promises that this thought must crystallize in the physical world, which is why you should be very careful of what you think, things that you consider, and things that you wish for in your endeavors. And you might ask, well, are you saying that all I have to do is think something and it will come to fruition? Well, basically, yes. But what you also have to do is bring belief with it, bring trust with it, and you have to let go after you have done these things. Because how things come to fruition, I've mentioned in other videos, is far beyond our human capabilities. It's not up to us to know how things come to fruition or how things, as I mentioned before, crystallize in our lives. And in ending this video, let me say this. Anytime we talk about the law of something, we're not talking about that thing itself. We are talking about the thing that brings the other thing into existence, as in laws of the universe. Then we're talking about the principle behind the action, so to speak. And just one more time, the law of attraction. Have a thought, put it into the invisible world, which is what we do anyway. And nature, being what it is, will bring that thought to the physical world, because the invisible world and the physical world are married, and the offspring of both of these worlds is the thought that you put into the invisible world, if I can say it in a simple way to make you understand it. I'm gonna leave it right there until the next video.
Hey everyone, Advancing Being Mind here. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more content like this, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you already are subscribed, thanks for the support. Take care.